What's good with it in the hood with it? Welcome back. In the Menudo style in a direct fashion, man. As you can tell by that thumbnail right there, the devil made her do it, or did it make me do it? I don't know. We're going to get to that. But before we do, let's hit that like and subscribe button. Put your notification bells on all so that way you're directed in the direction of the dope content and you're abreast of everything I'm bringing all week long. I appreciate you. I didn't do a video on this channel yesterday. I was busy. Gotta work. Spencer, homie. Gotta work, man. Life is real. Bills are even realer. But in the meantime, in between time, I'm going to give you some knowledge you can't get in college, man. And this is not a bedtime story. Yet it's something of the such, man. You could call it a bedtime story. It's real, right? So trip out on this. Have you ever been in the barrio or the hood and the homeboy's mom was looking like a succulent piece of succotash, right? She was looking real, right? And you couldn't say nothing because us at the same time, in the meantime, in between time, that's against the rules and regulations. But everyone has thunk it at one point in time. You know, you pull up to the spot, you're like, damn, what's up with that, homie? Sasuke, hook me up, eh? Is that your canal or what? Charlie, homie, don't even play like that. I'm not, eh? I'm serious, eh? Fucking hook it up. I know we're not supposed to go that route, homes, but fraternizing with the, you know what I mean? Sasuke, I could be your compadre one day. What's happening? Nah, hey, that's my headphone. What? Right? True stories and facts. It's happened on many occasions. I want to tell you about a little homie from the hood, man. I feel sorry for this cat, right? It seems like every other city we go, his mom, she played the role. And she was the same old hoe, man. And this is just a fact. We've all thought about it. What would you do? Would you take the next step in the relationship? Got MILF, right? Or would you hesitate because that's the homie, man, and it's just not right? We know it ain't right. You know it ain't cool, man. You know, well, you're so cool that I'm going to call you a culo. But what does hers feel like? Now, trip out. The homeboy definitely had to go through a lot of trials and tribulations, man. And here's his story. Or hers. Or mine and hers. One never knows, does one. So, I had a young homie from he wasn't from necessarily my neighborhood, but he was from a neighborhood that was closely associated with us, man. So we fucked with them daily, you know. And he liked to ride with me, man. And at this time, I had got out of prison. Hey, I had me a nice little Honda Accord on gold toes, on gold feet, right? I thought I was cool. I was mobbing around the town, man. Had never had no rims on a car before in a long ass time, right? So, you know, you're trying to show off. You're trying to hit three-wheel motion when there is no three-wheel motion. You want everyone to know that you got that new Alpine pull-out. You want everybody to know in the hood that you're finally doing something, that you finally were able to scrape together $1,100 to get you a beat-up Honda Accord that you pull it, says get throw in a pull-out, and boom, toma, there we go, right? Steal some rims. Thank you, little homie. You know what I mean? Now it's time to steal your mom's teta. And mom. So I used to pick this little homie up every day because, hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. That's how we pulled the baddies in. That's how we pulled the bad ones in. Because the younger homie, he's so cute. So scared. What about this, right? You know what I mean? Hey, they were like, damn. And bam, next thing you know, you got fucking 4 fat chicks in the back of a car, me and the little homie, and we're about to drop him off. And that's just how it was. So anyways, we're rolling one day. He's like, let's go to my pad and eat. Fuck it. I see your heifer gonna hook it up. Now, up until this point, I had never tripped on his mom's. I never went in his pad. You know, he was probably like 18, 19 years old. At this time, I was like 22, 23. So he wasn't the little homie, but he was the little homie, right? So bam, I remember pulling up to his spot. And he was like, hey, get off. And I was like, serio? You know, because I don't like to go into other people's house uninvited. It's just not it's not the thing to do. Invite me in and that's, yeah, I'll kick my feet up on the fucking coffee table. But don't invite me in and that's, yeah, I understand. You know what I mean? Because you ain't coming to my shit. So anyways, he's like, nah, come in, eh? Don't even trip. My hefita's going to hook it up. So as soon as we walk in, I don't even look. You know, I don't want to look like I'm looking at the flat screen on his you know, wall because, okay, you already know. So I just sit down and I'm posted up like, yeah, trying to be respectful of his canton, you know, of his pad. And out of the left part of my eyeball, this is my right, but you know, I'm just using it for visual effects. Out of the corner of my eye, homie, I see bubbleizations, right? I see, it looked like Ice Spice walked into the room, right? I'm like, good Lord, right? What is that? Right? And I smell tacos, you know what I mean? And guacamole, but I look, and oh, holy moly donut shops, right? What the hell is that going on there? And all I see is a bad one. Big old hair dropped in the back just the way I like. I was like, oh, hell. Oh, to the no, right? So I jump up out of my hush puppies quick, and I'm like, hey, can I help you? Do you need any help? Do you need me to warm up some tortillas? I know how to use a comal, right? She was like, nah, baby, it's cool. Just sit down. Baby, right? I keyed in on that. She was like, no, just sit down. It's cool. So I sat at the table. I didn't even go sit back on the couch. The homie, he's in his room doing whatever he's doing, talking to one of his little girlfriends. And I'm sitting there on the table, right? Like this. Eyes locked in, right? So she's like, hey, yeah, hey, thank you for taking my son, you know, for looking out for him. And just the night before he had stole me some rims, I'm like, I got you. Don't even trip. So I was okay, you know what I mean? It's spectacular with my vernacular. So my eyes are keyed in. I'm locked in on the target. Little did I know she was fair game. She was down. She liked to wiggle, right? Now, you say to yourself, that's fucked up, eh? Gun, how could you do that to the little homie? Well, who said I did? And who said I didn't? Right? So I was like, yeah. You know, so I'm feeding her all this fucking bullshit and this propaganda. Like, yeah, nah, I like the little homie, man. You know, and then I'm being smooth. Tell me you ain't never done this, right? Yeah, you know what I mean? If his dad was here, knowing damn well that's one of the homies locked up. If his dad was here doing what he's supposed to do, then he wouldn't be riding in my car, right? And she was like, yeah, you know, I'm not with his dad no more. My antennas shot up and they started doing this, right? My antenna started twerking, right? So I was like, oh, is that right? I was like, man, poor him. She was like, she looked back at it. You could see it from the back. She was like, yeah, poor him. I was like, Spence on Latino, I'll put something on his books because he just got shook. Now, I said, hey, so, I mean, does your old man allow you to make tacos for someone else? And she was like, what old man? Stop the love you say into my heart. I started dancing for reals. I was like, for reals? You ain't got no man? She goes, oh, I didn't say I didn't have a man. I said, I ain't with my man right now. I said, okay, well, so I ain't with my lady either. So what's happening, right? So we got to conversating, and it never went to that point. But there was definitely a lot of flirting going on. So I remember, bam, we eat, whatever. The homeboy's like, yeah, let's go. He's already looking all funny. So we get in the car, and he's being real quiet, right? I'm like, bump, babe, put on that Spice One thing, and welcome to the ghetto, right? And he's like, hey, bro, did my mom try to get at you? And I was like, nah, hell nah, bro. Come on now, you know I don't even get down like that. Or do I? Why, is it cool, right? And he was like, hey, no, because, hey, you know she's with the homeboy Carlos, right? And I said, no way. Oh, hell nah, right? That vato looks like a mugre. He looks like the Mucinex booger. No way, homie, that she's with that vato. He's like, yeah, Holmes, I don't like it, but hey, I mean, he's a cool dude, you know what I mean? I could see him one of these days as your what? Right? This game. Hey, I thought maybe it was me and you to the end, friend. You know what I mean? The never-ending story. Oh, I'm a trail and you're the fucking flying dog, remember? Come on, homie, let's get it. So he's like, nah, bro, I just, you know, at first it was a hard pill for me to swallow, you know, her being with homeboys like that. And I was like, what do you mean homeboys? Plural or like just your homeboy? And he was like, no, she was with the homeboy Mikey before, and she was with the homeboy Santi. And I was like, oh, hell no, you know, I'm owning this chick. What's happening? So I was like, let's roll up on Carlos, see what's happening. He's like, nah, I don't like to face that out the man, because every time I see him, man, it's a bad situation. Fuck it, let's go. So we go pull up on the homeboy. So I'm like, hey, let me get at you, fool. I'm like, hey. I'm trying to do it in sign language, prison shit. You're fucking homeboy's mom? Right there? How does it taste good? Right there? And he's like, hey, he's right there, eh? I'm like, I know, but at the same time, he never really been. What's going on, right? So the homeboy's like, yeah, I fucked with her, but hey, she's a hood rat. And I'm like, no, it's the homeboy's Fita, don't talk about her like that. You know what I mean? Or can we, right? So anyways, we wiggle off, and I'm already thinking to myself, if she throws it at me, I'm going to see it from the back. There's no way I can't, right? Would you? What would you do? You know what I mean? We're talking bad, homie. We're talking about blowing these chicks up out the water. I'm talking about da-da-da-da-da, and then I was born, da-da-da-da-da, bad to the bone. You know what I mean? We're talking about wood shit. Brother, Featherwoods, line up, right? This is what we're talking about. Bad Puerto Rican chick, too. So I'm scared, homie. I thought I was in Brazil. You know what I mean? It was different, homie. I thought I was on Empanada Beach with Will Smith. I thought I was just living my best life. Anyway, so I'm chilling, and we go to the homeboy's pad, right? I go to drop him off, and it's late, so I'm trying to find a way to get in, like to get invited in. Again, like I said, man, if I'm not invited, I'm not invited, right? So I'm like, damn, I'm tired, eh? I don't even feel like driving home. I was wide awake and shit. I'm tired, eh? Just did a linea coca. I'm tired, though, fool. You know what I mean? Dick hard as a rock, right? God damn, man. He's like, hey, bro, You can sleep at my pad. Let's go, right? Now I jump out of the car, excited and shit. All right, that's cool. Shit. So I remember when we get there, his jefa's not there. She went out to the bar. And I'm all grumpy and shit. If I might just jam home, eh? I'm not tired anymore, right? And then I hear the door jiggling. So I pull one of these, right? Bam, she walks in. Spectacular. Diamond in the back, the sunroof top. Dig in my scene, she got the gangster lean. Boom, boom. You already know what it is, man. Hey, I'm about to put the Legion of Doom down in the boom boom room. So as soon as this chick walks in, right, she sees me and she smiles, tipsy. And she's faded. So and I got an 8-ball in my pocket, so I got a little coke money, never hurt nobody. It's about to be on tonight. Bucanas de coca, oh my, right? So anyways, hey, look, I'm just being real. Those of you that want to talk shit, hey, you're a coke, hey, you were doing that. Yeah, back in the days, we were all fucking on it. So what? We were testing the waters. Be mad if you want, homie. Out on front, when it's time to fuck, homie, won't be no punk. Get me a gagger and line it up. Young gun baby getting in them guts, right? So that's exactly what it was going to go down. Anyway, she walks in, she smiles. She's like, hey, you. And the homeboy already knows what time it is, but he kind of gave me his assistance because he was like, hey, I'm going to go to my room, homie. You want to go to the room or you want to stay out here? I said, no, I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable, eh? I'm about to get more comfortable in a minute. Bam, homeboy bounces, right? So I'm chilling. And she was like, hey, are you thirsty? Absolutely. Whatever you want to give me at this point in time, I'll take. You know what I mean? Beggars can't be choosers. So she was like, hey, we got a little soda in there. We got a little this. So, hey, I ain't even going to lie, man. I'm like, fuck the bullshit, right? It's already, what, 1 in the morning? So I was getting, we're either going to get it in or we're not. So I was getting, from what I heard from all around, all the homeboys in the whole neighborhood, you get it in, right? So I jumped up and I was like, yeah, what's up with it, though? And she was like, well, what's up? Needless to say, I pulled the plate down, lined it up, beep, 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 boop, 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 straight to the room. The situation was real all night. The homeboy was banging on the door in the morning. Hey, homie, are you in there? Shh. I told her, hey. Yeah, homie, hey, I'm in here. Yeah, I know. All right now. Hey, I felt bad for the little homie, but at the same time, I mean, if she was giving it to everyone, if she was for a tirada for the streets, so I was like, why can't I win one time? You know what I mean? I was street related. Anyways, I was street validated. And then she got street penetrated. Now, so it went down a few more times after that. But then she started going from homeboy to homeboy. So one time I had to pull her to the side, eh? And this is how it went down. True story, facts. So she was with a homeboy. And I wasn't aware. And we pull up to the other homeboy's Jefita's house, who's a righteous homegirl. I mean, fucking down. You know what I mean? You don't play with her name at all whatsoever, right? We pull up to the pad, and when we pull up, I see the little homie's mom right there. And she's with some cat, right? I guess he's another homie from a gang called M Street, right? I don't really know him. I've heard of him, but whatever, right? So she's with this cat. And I'm like, hey, let me get at you, right? Because she's putting a bad name on the hood name, because you're a hood mom. That was, you're making us look bad. You're out here tiraing for the streets. You're out here just fucking, you know what I mean? Come on now. So if you're gonna fuck her, you're gonna fuck us. You know what I mean? But don't be like this from other neighborhood. They ain't like that. It ain't that serious. You know what I mean? Even though your son is not from the, you know how it is. So anyways, she comes up to the car. She's like, what, right? And I'm like, turn around one time. I'm cold, right? So she turns around, sticks the bubble out one time. The bubbleization is real, right? And I'm like, why are you with that cat, man? I'm not hating or anything. I'm just like, hey, you're doing too much. Hey, you're out here at every bar every night. She's like, damn, you're keeping, what do you got, a calendar, Holmes? You're keeping track of my whole get down. I said, no, but so I get the same time. You know what I mean? I just want to make sure that open dates are available for when I want to fucking, when I want to wangala. And she was like, nah, it ain't like that. I'm just having a good time. I'm still young. I'm enjoying myself. I had my son when I was 15 years old. So I don't care about the history of when you were doing what you was doing, because that doesn't matter to me. At the same time, you're an adult, I'm an adult, and let's be an adult together, because, I feel bad for the little homie. Plus, you're over here just disrespecting him, man. That ain't cool. And, I started to feel some type of way. It didn't mean I was going to stop fucking, but I just felt some type of way, Don't be disrespecting a little homie like that. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm from the streets, Pac, man. This is me, man. I know it's you, man, but shit, can I pack it up in there, man? Straight up. So anyways, I kind of check her. Well, I guess she's feeling some type of way. So we have another homeboy's pad, right? And we hear that all the homeboys are kicking it in the backyard. It's about to go down. And what I didn't realize was that homeboy, his jefita was this chick's sister. They were all sisters, right? Never even tripped on it. So as we're pulling up, I'm pulling up in the ride with one homeboy, my homeboy Chile at the time. And we're pulling up to the pad. We're going to go in the backyard. All the homeboys are kicking it there. It's about to go down. Look, carne asada. And then it goes into the night. And next thing you know, motherfuckers are looking through the mini blinds like that. You know how it is, right? So anyways, I see her. Bubble lit. Looking bomb, right? So I'm like, hey, what's up? Now, she's mad at me from the last time trying to check her in public, right? So she looks at me and kind of like rolls her eyes like, whatever, right? And I'm thinking, damn, did I lose my spark? You know what I mean? And I didn't know that her other sister, gangster, man, respects. I got to give the homegirl nothing but fucking the total utmost respects. This is one of my good, righteous homeboys, Jefitas, right? That's also her sister. She bends the block, right? She's like, hey, why are you disrespecting my sister, puto? And I was like, looking around like, who did that? You know what I mean? And you disrespected the homegirl sister? You know what I mean? And she was like, I'm talking to you, fool. I never got into with the homegirl, ever. I knew better. She's the type of flight of dude quick. So I jump up out the whip like, nah, girl. Hey, it's all good. You know it's nothing but love. Straight to the balls. Right? Damn, I dropped, right? The other girl's like, yeah, that's what you get for disrespecting me. Get that fool. That shit got the stomp in it. I jumped up. I wanted to sock her in her mascara, but I can't because she's a woman and then she's the homeboy's mom. The other one, right? I'm thinking about, you weren't saying that when you were giving me the world's greatest mamon. That bitch went for the Guinness Book of World Records for 6.5 hours straight, mom, one time. Facts. Anyways. What would you do? You know, quietly as it's kept, that was it. I never did it before. Had action another time, and remembered that for all time. It was like, nah. I couldn't believe that women would do that. How can you do that to your kid, you know? You know, have you ever rolled that and you just be like, damn, she's bad, but at the same time, fuck, eh? You know what I mean? It's just total disrespect. You think about your heifer, you get all sad. It's just, fuck, eh, don't ever, never, right? And it's just bad. It's a bad situation. Anyways, it's a true fact that it went down like that, and I had to reach out and touch something because it was thrown at me, or was I thrown at it? I don't know, and at the same time, you know, don't be mad at me because I'm telling true stories. You know, it just is what it is. Now, let me tell you a despicable story of something that I thought was the fucking weird, right? I'm in Tracy prison. I'm in Tracy. I'm doing a violation, and this particular violation, I was already non-active, so I'm just kind of minding my own. There's a lot of fucking babosos that yell and scream on the tiers, screaming out the windows. Anyone who's ever been to Tracy reception, you know, man, out the windows are all broken out. People are just screaming, constantly yelling to the block across. I was on J-Wing at the time. They had flipped it. It was non-active. And so they're about to screaming out, you know, and it gets to be story time at night. So they want to hear this Vato. He tells good stories. This Vato could have been a bomb-ass YouTube content creator, but a weirdo, right? So everyone's like, hey, tell that story, that one story you told the other day. Now, I had just got there, been there for a few days. My celly was a uso, right? We're chilling. So I had never heard this Vato stories, man. And this Vato told the most despicable, disgusting story I ever heard. He told a story about, he was a straight prankster gangster. For those of you that don't know, man, he was all spun out of his mind on the streets, on the calles out there. He's from Stockton, right? He talks about how he was out there serving, curve swerving, and just hooking up, you know, all the hood rats, whatever, with A1 or with meth. And there was this one particular chick. He said she was bad, man. A little bit older than him, you know, kind of older than him or whatever. And he used to just serve her all the time. And next thing you know, man, they got into a little bit of a relationship. Well, this Vato never knew his Jefita. Come to find out, about 6 months into fucking, you know, doing the Boney Maroney with this chick. Oh, boy, right? Doing the Bob, that this was his Jefita. Did he stop? Fuck no. The Vato kept going, and she knew too, kept going. Disgusting, despicable me, Hums. I was like, what? I'm listening to the story. I couldn't believe the words and what's coming into my ears, man. That's how crazy this is, the world that we live in. And Vato was like, I do it again, eh? When I get out, in fact, I'm gonna hook up. I was like, you disgusting ass character, right? These are the type of people that are in this world. That's how I know the world is just crumbling around us. Ain't nothing wrong with born the homeboys, mom, but your own if you fuck, eh? Come on, calm down, man. What kind of stories are you telling? Anyways, with that being said, true facts, you know what I mean? She gave up the nana, you know, and that was it. That was it. And would I ever do that again? Absolutely never not. You know, I was still young at that time. I was still wiggling. Those were wiggle days, you know. Back in the days, you do a lot of things that you're ashamed of, or doesn't sit perfectly well. And in reflection, I would have not done that, but it was fun though. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? I seen her a while back. I ain't gonna lie, a couple years ago, right? I went to Merced to wiggle through, to go to my tias for a little kickback on the cuts, on the unders. And I seen her, Holmes. I seen her out there by Walmart. She was a whole day. the homie ran railroad tracks around her ass. Anyways, with that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose, get everything that you want coming, and remember, at the end of the day, it's all about the strive to struggle, the struggle to strive. And I'm going to truly commit myself to bringing the best possible content I can, and I highly appreciate you. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive and struggle and struggle and strive for what I honestly, truly believe in, and that's giving you guys the best entertainment, unity, the gente that I can. Bang, bang, gang, gang.